Hello and welcome guys to the Overeasy video log episode 3. My name is LeBlue and with me today I have Sylvanas. This week we're going
Hey,
to be talking a little bit about our Garrosh kill. Finally, moving on to heroics, how we felt about that, and our predictions. Sylvanas, you want to say hello?
hey guys, like you said, just doing the raiding stuff, doing what I do, paladin stuff.
Alright, so first thing we're going to start off with, obviously the previous week we got a few pulls in on Garrosh. We had a couple that were looking pretty good in the second phase. What would you say is different this week compared to last as far as things people were trying out to push that extra bit?
I think it's mainly there's gear, of course. Every week you get more gear. 13 bosses before Garrosh. You're getting all that gear, more DPS, more healing. Not much tanking because tanks don't get gear unless you're a DK. And it's just I think that's one big thing. Also, we had a whole week talking about our problems because the week before our kill, we had we got to the third phase once, but we seen basically the whole fight. So I think us communicating and just talking it over and thinking about it and mulling it over for a whole week, focusing on it and like what our issues were and maybe new strats that we've tried.
Right, like
Um,
I know, like I wore the DPS cloak on my monk, and I pretty much focused more on damage, and that's the one time Kamita ever beat me in healing, and she's so happy about it. But I'm pretty sure that a lot of other people were probably finding other little tips and tricks too to push our damage, because we did push it before that third intermission. I mean, it was close, but we got it,
yeah.
and that definitely made the fight a lot easier. But through those pulls, were there when we got to the pull that we actually killed it? Did it feel like this is the pull we were going to kill at some point, or was it just like every other one? You were just hoping that we didn't like
No,
wipe to something.
no, I knew it was a kill. It was just going into that third phase was just so clean and the timers were perfect. I'm sitting there reset after when third phase starts. I'm not really sure, but there was like one weapon up that was like halfway down. There were no ads. Everybody was in position. We had our strat, and when there was nothing up to stop us and to push him to that 10%. And then whatever damage you do to him during like his little RP thing still counts. So we got him to like 22% before he ever even started phase three, which is just crazy. Which gave us so much time, and then we got him to like I don't know, maybe like 10. But I don't know the numbers. I haven't looked at it. But like, and we got him to 10% before even the
The
first. We had
power
to worry
wheel
about
crushing,
ads.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's just like stuff lined up like perfectly. I don't.
it was
I think
it
it's
was a
luck.
really good pull. We that pull was definitely easily our very best, and you just kind of saw everything kind of come together in that pull finally, and people deciding not to do dumb things like, oh, I don't know, tank 3 ads on each other, which that killed us a couple times.
Not to mention I died at the end of it. I
Oh,
think
the end of
both our
the
tanks
well, the end of the
died.
kill it was messy. I think everybody was dying. I think we had like 4 people left by the time it was over. It was just absolute chaos. I don't even remember when we popped Bloodlust. To be quite honest, I think it was after the first mind controls. Sometime
Yeah,
after that, I think it was a
you know,
late
I,
lust at that. I think
yeah, we should have used it earlier to be honest, because we had so much time. But I think it was good that way. I
yeah.
felt it was good that way. We were like the week before we got to third phase. I was like, ah, pop everything, all the healing tides,
Oh, and then the
all the
ads popped
heroes,
out and it was
and then the
over.
ads.
Everything
I was like,
just
no,
killed us. It was terrible.
yeah.
Uh,
But we were just more focused and ready for it, I guess.
Yeah, it felt really good. And we did all the screenshots and stuff of our werewolves and
Yeah.
everything, and it was really cool. I'm really happy to see us get there as quickly as we did, especially since we weren't farming heroics or anything. So that was really neat. Um, so this coming week, this is the our first week of heroic progression. How are you feeling? Are you ready for this?
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely ready for it. It's gonna be fun actually getting the progression. Like, normals. Yeah, it's normals, and they're hard. Don't get me wrong. Thok wasn't that hard for it. Garrosh was pretty hard. It's a hard fight. But we're getting back into the whole week's gonna be either progression or fun. It's not. We're wondering how far we're gonna get. It's this first 2 days are gonna be progression, which I'm really excited about. Um, yeah, I'm just really excited about it. I think we're gonna get maybe three. I'm shooting for three. I'm shooting for Narushin.
Is that your official
You know,
prediction? Is 3 bosses?
That's my official prediction. Is three losses. I'm nervous. Like I told you pre-show, I'm definitely nervous about second boss protectors, just because there's so many mechanics.
It's a
Which always go ahead.
You've got well, it's wonderful. You've got everything going on. All those abilities you didn't have to worry about during the desperate measures and normal will go off. So you'll still have
Yeah,
he doing poisons. You'll still have Garrots going out. You'll still have corrupted brew being thrown. You'll have clashes from Rook, and it's going to be a wonderful cluster of love and happiness.
I don't think wonderful can describe it. I just hope we kill Mercius like the first day. I know we're going to. I know we're going to kill Mercius. I'm not really worried about that. I just I don't know why I'm so pessimistic, to be honest.
Have you
I don't
seen
know
how
why.
many ads come out of Immersius?
Yeah,
50.
yeah.
50 ads. That is a lot of freaking ads that first round.
We got a DK, so we'll be fine. We don't have a freaking brewmaster, but
I
like
think
you're on your
we
team.
should play a game where we count how many people die to having too many stacks of the debuff from him. I think that'll be
It's
a
gonna
fun game.
happen.
But we get to make a conga line and we get to dance and have a good time through that whole fight.
Exactly. I'm gonna say it right now. Corrin's gonna be the first one to die. I'm
Corrin,
calling it right.
you think
Yep.
so? I think Buff will
Yep.
be the first one to die, or Kamita. Those are my two picks.
Kamina's gonna get stacks. How's she gonna get stacks?
No, she's not gonna get stacked. She's gonna like get eaten by ads. I think
Yeah. Okay.
she'll
She's
throw
go
on. No, she'll do it.
aggro.
She will throw Righteous Fury on just to troll you.
God, that fight. It's gonna be fun though. I'm excited. Heroic gear, more gear equals farm will be faster. Hopefully our Garrosh won't take 2 hours.
If it makes you feel any better, we did a farm kill last week, and Garrosh fell over really easily with another reset of gear. So it should. I don't think it'll be bad for us either. Maybe I can go back to Healing Cloak and crush Kamita's hopes and dreams some more.
You wouldn't dare do that. You wouldn't want to do DPS.
You mean do healing or DPS?
Oh, DPS on Garrosh.
Well,
Take advantage of that.
you know how annoying it is tracking Zen Spear? That is the most obnoxious 10-second cooldown. Add to that renewing miss expel. It's
I think just to keep us back on track, or put us back on track going with Garrosh and stuff, is that's such a big deal with our team with having you be able to do like 40 million DPS. Nine of our guys are doing at least 40 million DPS, with you being the least, of course, but doing great DPS. Like it's crazy having nine people doing that. And then that also shows that like Kamita's doing such a good job. She's basically like, almost solo healing it
it's
because she's
basically a
tanky
healer and
on.
a half is basically what we're kind of going with there, which you could definitely do with like a Mystery Monk Disc Priest, and it's a huge advantage I think in 10 man to have a DPSing healer and then a throughput healer like a Holy Paladin. So
Yeah.
it's that's an awesome setup, and obviously we have buff if for some reason we need to 3 heal, which I think like for Mercius we might want to look into a little bit.
Yeah, we're on
Um,
three elements.
it's
There's no
not
point
Titan.
not
It's
to.
not a Titan raid or anything. May as well make it safe. So
Yep.
having
More
the
healing orbs.
yeah, more healing stuffs. So you're thinking, so what? 3 bosses this week?
Three bosses. That's what I'm shooting for. I think Protectors is going to be our big roadblock. Of course, if we ever get to when we get to Shop Ride, he'll be a roadblock because people can't stand in their cracks. But I think Protectors is going to be a big stumping place. But we'll see. I mean, it could like the first time we killed it on normal, which is different, of course. But the first time we killed it on normal, I was like, wow, they just fell over. We one shot it. So people, you never know. The whole team could come prepared. We could, three shot it. But otherwise, they could come not prepared as they usually do, and then we wipe. So we'll just see. I think it's a matter of just
Just a matter
getting
of
away.
let's get there first, and then we'll see how badly we fail at it.
Exactly. I mean, I was impressed with our Garrosh, though. I mean, I've not been impressed. I was satisfied. I don't think it took like I think I don't know.
Here, let me expand on that for you really quickly. And here's something I thought of. So let's compare this tier to taught normal modes. How do you feel they compare? Which did you like better out of the two?
Uh, okay, if this is a real question, well, if you time it right, we killed Garrosh about 3 weeks in, 4 weeks, 4 weeks in, and we got started doing TOT. We killed Genrock 4 weeks in. That's on normals, mind you. So I feel a lot better about Siege of Orgrimmar, to
You
be
mean,
honest.
wait, what about the brick wall known as Horadon, the freaking
Oh,
CTR
I don't even want
killer?
to talk about Horridon. That took us 8 weeks after it came
A
out, and
lot of
we,
a lot. Well, we weren't the only ones stuck on it. A lot of groups were stuck on Horadon for quite a while
uh,
because he was so
still,
tightly tuned.
yeah, but that was definitely a different. This, I mean, like we're talking about right now. This is definitely more linear progression. I mean, we saw it. We killed the first like whatever six or I guess six.
I think
The
we
first,
we killed up to Dark Shaman. Did we kill up to Dark Shaman the first week?
no, we didn't. The second week we came in two shot it, but
Yeah.
yeah, we had a whole day of wiping, and not to mention server resets that whole week.
Oh my gosh, that was terrible. I really hope we don't have another round of that this week because we need all the time we can get.
Yeah,
Uh,
we did.
but yeah, I mean, definitely. I kind of feel, I guess, Garrosh, I'm echoing a lot of their sentiment I've seen around forums and whatnot. I kind of feel disappointed to him as an end boss versus Lei Shen. I enjoyed him more. The mechanics on Garrosh kind of seem a little dull to me. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
repetitive.
it's it. I mean, it's a good fight on its own right, but I feel like I liked Lei Shen a bit more, and I'll reserve further judgment for when we do heroic fights. But I liked Lei Shen more. That said, as an instance as a whole, I have enjoyed Siege of Orgrimmar more than I have Tot, and that's at least how I felt about the whole thing. The discounting the whole end boss thing.
Uh, yeah, I think I agree with that. The thing about Lation, he's so memorable. Like, it's such, and everybody talks about it. It's that individual responsibility that one person can screw up the whole raid, which we had a few times. Um, but yeah, I think Siege of Warhammer is better. I think it's more diversity, and it's not the same looking place the whole entire time. Not to mention trash is a lot better. Siege of Orgrimmar.
Yeah, you got a couple
Like
bosses where you no trash at all, and a couple like Dark Shaman trash, Nazgrim trash. True, probably well, not so much Nazgrim, but I'd say Dark Shaman trash
Dark
is a little bit on
Shaman.
the lengthy side.
Yeah. You gotta
Malcrox
have it sometime though. We can't complain. We have that. We have no trash to Galacrass. I mean, to
to
whatever it's
Iron
called.
Juggernaut.
Iron
There's no
Juggernaut,
trash in between Immersius
Protector.
to Protectors. There's no trash between Nurushen to Shaw. There's no trash between Galacross to Iron Juggernaut. And
Then you have like that one ad to spoil. So it's not like there's nothing.
yeah,
Well, actually, no. There's a little few in there.
no, there's a. That's just from Malcroc to Spoils a little bit, from Spoils to Thox a little bit, and it's nothing crazy. After Dark Shaman and Malcroc are the longer two. Malcroc isn't that bad.
Right.
I'd say Dark Shaman is the only super long one, and it's not super terrible. It's mildly annoying, but it's not super
I guess.
terrible.
I guess a question I have, like for you, even as a healer, like how do you feel about the healing roles between like TOT and Siege of Armor? I mean, what's different? Maybe.
Well, I'm
Well,
obviously playing a different healer this time around. I was Holy
yeah.
Priesting, so it's a little bit different. Um, I'm actually surprised that there's not as much like pulsing raid damage as there were. Because of just the strength of our characters now, it's a lot less pulse. Like I was expecting a lot more fights to be like I don't know if you've ever done it, Heroic Will of the Emperor, where there was always constant raid damage going out. But a lot of this tier has had avoidable raid damage. Like the exceptions are kind of like Nurushen, Phase 2 Galacrass, stuff like that. But a lot of the fights, a lot of the damage is fairly avoidable, which is surprising to me. I was expecting a lot more raid damage overall. But I felt pretty good. I've enjoyed healing it, definitely. And I'm looking forward to like Heroic Protectors. I think that'll be really exciting to heal. Because just damage everywhere, and I can't wait. That excites me. Hard to heal fights are fun. Um,
Right.
and I think I told you once the most fun I had on my Holy Priest was when both Buff and were we with it was Fabala at the time. Both Buff and Fabala were dead for Iron Khan, and I solo healed like the rest of the fight. I had a blast doing that because there's so much damage. It's like
Right.
gotta heal him. Oh! It was just such a
Finally, you get to unleash.
oh man. It was I love when everything goes awry, but it's salvageable and
What about like Malkorok? Like I do not want to go in there with my Mistweaver because it just doesn't sound fun to me. I mean,
I
what do you think
feel
about
so bad for Kamita on that fight because she will never touch me. Because of just the mechanics of Mistweavers, it's just how it works. All of that overheal that we naturally do is just pure unbridled healing. And it's such an easy fight. If you keep renewing Mist up, you win the game. I'm not even kidding you. It is such a fun fight to heal. It's like Heroic Tortoise all over again. I know we didn't do it, but I've done it before on a healer, and it's just numbers everywhere, and it's so much fun. Um, but yeah, I felt really good about this tier healing. I've had a blast. I'm sure Kamita's enjoying it too. How have you been enjoying this tier as a tank? I should ask.
Um, it's been good. I think there's the one fight when I think about tanking. I mean, okay, there's two fights. So first of all, I guess I'll mention Garrosh. He hits so hard.
I
Like I
told you he
just,
did.
oh, you told me he hits hard. You know, you tank him on your Brewmaster on your other team, but ooh, he's a. Thank God for the taking cloak. Like it probably two or three times per fight, like per kill or whatever attempt. And but the other fight that points out to me is Siegecrafter Black Fuse, where you get to do this little DPS. You are the tank that's supposed to do it. It takes you out of your role and makes you go kill something. But you're only the one kind of supposed to be able to kill it. So I'm actually I was being a bad paladin. I wasn't talenting right to kill that. That's my fault. But which I'll fix this week. But yeah, I like it all. I think it's good. Um, the taunt switches aren't just taunt switches. There's some other. Well, I guess that's the only Siegecraft I can think of that actually makes it different.
Well, you have like Galacrass where you have a bunch of ads and one tank's going up a tower, the other tank's staying down. Obviously,
Yeah,
Nourishing, you're going down to different trials, and then there's a taunt debuff.
that's true.
Mercius has a debuff, but you'll notice in the heroic is a little bit different because you have a bunch of ads to tank. Yay!
Hey, 50
Yay!
ads.
Yeah, well, the first one they get less as it goes. Protectors, you have different mobs that do different things, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
Um,
true.
Juggernaut, you get to jump on mines and you're not tanking, so you get to be a human
That
shield.
is cool.
Dark Shaman, we're gonna leave that alone because we free tank that. That's something on its own.
But just to mention that, and you're proving me wrong that there's only not just two guys that are different. But I think my Dark Shot, I thought the Dark Shot was a lot of fun. That the dot matter between the two guys, like it was like the two bosses. They weren't just you tank one and then you just taunt between the one guy, like you did with what was that, the third boss,
I mean, Council of
little
Elders.
Council of Elders, yeah. Like that one, you could just tank two of the guys, and there was just one guy you taunted between the two.
Right.
But with Dark Shamans, the guy that you're taunted between, his debuff actually affects how much damage you take from the other guy. So you have to actually taunt between the two. So I was having to learn how to like count down to a taunt. It's like I'll taunt 3, 2, 1 because we have to both taunt instead of me just taunting whenever it's done.
And then
I
each
think it's
boss
really
has
interesting.
abilities you have to worry about too. Like Wavebinder has the freaking geyser thing that spawns ads. You have to run around, do a little dance so you don't get hit by those. And then like even Earth Breaker, he has the Ashen Wall, which if you don't put it right, messes everything up. And I've seen it so many times. But good placement of that can make or break a kill. And I've seen
Right.
it. But yeah, I'm looking. I think they've done a pretty decent job varying things up a little bit. Obvious, and then like let's see here, eighth boss is Nosgrim, Slender Thing. It's tank debuff. It's fairly standard. Malcrox got another tank debuff, but you got the Blood Rage phase, which can be made
Spoils.
interesting.
That was
That was a
fun.
cool. That was a cool one as a tank.
Spoils.
I
I love spoils.
thoroughly enjoyed that as a tank. That was so much fun. I hope I'm waiting for Hollow to kind of get it because I still kind of have to guide him through. And I want this week I'm definitely gonna let him take charge of it and say do what you feel is right because it's when you're doing it yourself as a tank, it is so much fun just to zip through and grab ads and just AoE it all. It's such a great fight for that.
So much
I
fun.
mean, I call it an extended trash run, but it's still a pretty fun fight. And it's definitely different from what we
Yeah,
could
it
have
was
done.
like, you run up in there, it's like, okay, I'll just open two little ones and we'll kill it and we'll just keep going. Now I'm like, I'm gonna open six little ones, two
Just the
medium
whole
ones,
line. Why
just
not
get
throw the
everything.
medium one in there too? Because
Come
why
on,
not?
ladies. Yeah,
Um, Thok is kind of interesting. We sometimes feed him very, very well. We feed our dinosaur well.
good
You
boy.
mentioned Siege Crafter. And then Klaxi has so much crap going
I
on.
hate Klaxy.
You
I hate
do?
that.
I think it's
I
kind of
hate
a cool
Klaxy.
fight. I mean, it can be annoying, but it's kind of cool. And I somehow end up solo healing the last bit. I don't know why. Something. Death everywhere.
It's just not fun. it's just so much abilities that you don't enjoy them. I mean, I guess it's kind of fun. I like saying, oh, watch out for the math. But like, it's like, I
Not the
don't know.
maths, no!
Like if I
Ah!
accidentally taunt one of these ads, it just one shots me,
Oh,
which
because
is my
yeah, you
fault.
got a couple of the debuffs or whatever, or you don't watch your active mitigation on Dissector, and look, ads everywhere, yay!
which I think the lore behind them is awesome. Like I watched the Blood Legion kill video, and they always have really good intros, and like it has the lore about like
The old
like
gods and stuff.
one of the guys will say like, it looks like y'all haven't been evolutionized a lot, like y'all haven't gone through evolution fast enough. Let me help you out. Like it's just like really creepy stuff, like Professor Putricide. So I thought that was really cool. Just the lore wise, but that's a stupid fight. I hate that. I hate it.
All right, but
Too many.
too many
You want to see
bugs.
my
It
notes?
is a very buggy encounter.
See my notes? There's my notes. Like you see this arrow going. I don't know if you can see it, but like an
Yeah, yeah, I
arrow
can see
going.
him. That's pretty.
Like so stupid. I keep that at my desk when I just cry at night.
This
But
week's challenge: don't kill Locust and kill other bugs, and then kill him last, like Blood Legion does. Because why not?
because we're Blood Legion, right? Because we're
Oh man, that's gonna be such a funny fight. I enjoy it for its complexity, I suppose. I like boss fights that are crazy complex, and that's just me. I mean, like I thought Heroic Imperial Vizier's like whirly thing. I thought that was the coolest thing ever, and I saw that. I really wish we'd gotten to do it during actual progression, but we never actually downed it. We only got lots of wipes on it. I thought those things are cool. That's fun, but I
is that the
know,
first guy in Heart of Fear?
yeah, that's the guy who does the discs and stuff.
That was
That
like the really hard fight progression. If I remember that. And that's a
you
world first race.
he kept going left instead of right, and if he went left, it was mathematically impossible to kill. And
Daniel's healer Lavar didn't know how to
oh,
dodge.
that was well. That we went back and killed that with like Top Gear. That was still a mess. That was so funny though. But all right. Do you have any last minute comments before we go?
Just I mean, good luck to us. I mean, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to kill 3 bosses. As you know, if anybody else listening, I hope y'all are doing well. Hopefully some of y'all are getting into heroics and getting pretty far in normals. And one thing I just gotta clarify with people is like I'll go into a flex and then they'll just like be like mad because they're not just wiping through like killing everything super fast. And it's like that's their progression. Like flex is just as good as normal heroics. If that's what your team is for, take it seriously. It's still for some people it's progression. Some people it's still killing bosses. I think there needs to be for people that's what they're doing like one time a week for like 3 hours. They'll just do flex and that's their rating. Be proud of that. Be proud of a flex team. There's nothing wrong with it. That's I guess I just have to say that. I don't know why I said that, but
No, that's fine. I mean, I kind of understand the sentiment. I've seen a lot of flex groups get frustrated when don't one-shot things. Unless you're a normal group, you're not going to one-shot it. It's not LFR. That said, I don't do LFR anymore because I have flex. Woohoo!
yay.
Yeah, so best luck to us this week. Really hoping we get some heroic bosses down, and we'll obviously let you know about them next week. I'm really excited to start heroic progression. I know y'all are as well. I know some of us are probably stocking up on alcohol and Motrin and aspirin, and it's going to be such a wonderful time, I'm sure.
Yay.
But if you have nothing else to say,
Oh, make sure, guys, that if you want to send us any emails, send it to Overeasy Rating Vlog. That's VLOG at gmail.com. Send in any questions or just anything whatsoever, comments, suggestions, that kind of thing. Make sure you send it there, or you can send it to my Twitter, which is Sylvanus_CTR. You can do the same thing there.
and you can also send me stuff at Kagarai_LeBlue. I'm going to spell the first part for you. Kagerai. I did it this week.
It's a
Um,
stupid name.
_LeBlue, and you can send me a tweet if you have any questions as well or anything you'd like us to answer on the vlog. You can also follow me here at twitch.tv/DragonUser55 and Sylvanus at twitch.tv/Sylvanus_CTR.
Yep.
Yep. So you can follow both of us. We raid Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday mornings from what is it, 5:30? No, 4:30 Pacific time in the
You don't
morning.
know what's going
I
on.
don't. I know my times. It's 7:30 Eastern until 10 a.m. Eastern,
Yeah, they
um,
just go with that.
and then 6:30 a.m. Central to 9 a.m. Central. Yeah. something like that.
Numbers are hard.
Yeah, sometimes we do Thursday morning raids if we need to make up a day, like I think we do this week. But if you want to check us out and follow us there, that's awesome as well. Once again, Sylvanas is on twitch.tv/Sylvanas_CTR for a Prop Paladin point of view. I am at twitch.tv /DragonUser55 for a Mistweaver Monk point of view. I hope you all enjoyed the show this week. Maybe next week we'll have a guest on their impressions of the first week of Heroic Progression. And I hope you all enjoyed it. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.